Okay, I should be back. Alright. So, as I was saying, I actually don't know where I got cut off there, but Jade Cocoon has a glitch where if you don't purify your minions before, like if you shut off the console before you purify your minions, they lose all of their skills and magic, which is really annoying. But you can also take advantage of that in certain ways. You can actually transfer skills and magic using that glitch, but I'm not really interested. Arpatron has really good base stats, and so I kind of want to use him just for fun. Like, even though these don't have skills, they're fun to merge because it's a little dragon. Vitolka, on the other hand, has really good skills. His skills are actually kind of randomly generated depending on your pocket station. And we got the Wind Vitolka, which is actually like the best one in terms of pure stats. But the actual Vitolka you can get, because you can get one of each element. There's a water, a fire, and earth, and it depends on your pocket station serial number. I forget, I think if your pocket station serial number is 1, it generates the air. I don't remember the others, but Vitolka comes with some really good skills, including usually in all enemies, like this foot is all enemies, and then I know he gets pretty much all of the wind magic, including the Deva spell, which is pretty cool. That's the one that, yeah, that kind of turns the environment into a wind environment. Yeah, sorry about the stream dropping, but of course, if you are somebody who knows my streams well, you know that that's a common occurrence, so it's just something you kind of have to live with. Alright, so we got a Vitolka, and I decided to take one of these Arpatrons with me. Actually, I should probably, let me see. I think this one's fine. They kind of have, some of them have little randomly generated stats, kind of like IVs in Pokemon. Alright, so I think we're just gonna go into the forest and start capturing.
Well, good luck. I'll always be here if you need anything.
Yeah, I'm thinking the internet issues are my router, because I actually capped my bitrate. So I don't think that's the issue. So let's go into the beetle forest. If you need a reminder, we're going to the beetle forest to find Chorus, the blue cocoon master. His hut is in the very back of the forest. And we need to find him because we need to figure out how to get the Calabas herb. Because the Oni Boo Boo, the locusts of the apocalypse, have put a sleeping sickness over our village. And here's our first random monster. It's a Skawasp. I think I'll capture this, but I'm not going to use it because Vitolka is already air, and Vitolka is just an incredibly good monster. Now, if you don't have access to to any of the resources I do, or a pocket station in real life, you might want to consider it. You can basically use whatever strategy you want during this game. I don't think this game is all that difficult. A strategy a lot of people use is like 2 singular element monsters and then a dual element monster. So you could get like an air monster and then a water monster, and then you can get like a dual fire and earth monster. That's a general strategy you can employ if you would like. I'm sorry about the visuals. Oh, we didn't capture it. That sucks. I mean, it's just, this game is an issue with emulation, and it's almost regardless of whatever emulator you'd like to use. I suppose I could play this natively. I do have a PlayStation, and I do own the game. So, unfortunately, I did not capture it the first time, and we capture it there. Very cool. And we are now level 2. That's basically how it works. If you're level 1 and the enemy is level 1, you'll gain a level. And then if you're level 2 and you capture a level 1, it gives you 50% experience, that kind of thing. The same is true for monster battles. I suppose we can show that off. Let's summon our Vitolka. Let's do a wind attack on him. Vitolka is pretty cool. There's actually a monster in the second game that is based on Vitolka. Let's use Fang plus critical. There we go. The poor thing has no neck. Yeah. You know, I think it's supposed to, but it's PS1 polygons. Yeah, Twitch numbers must be weird today. Are you kidding me? Please live. Oh my gosh, he lived with 1 HP. Come on, get him. There you go. That was an intense fight. And Vitolka gets a nice little level up there. Some nice boost to his stats. Yeah, and if you don't know, each of these monsters, there's 2 versions of every monster. We're going to pick up this knowledge one. Let's see what it says here. Water-based attacks are effective against fire-based... Yeah, okay. That's just giving you general knowledge on the elements, which water is good against fire, fire is good against air, air is good against earth, earth is good against water, and the actual elements of the creatures that actually give you a nice little guide. So you can see at the top right there is fire, fire beats air, air beats earth, earth beats water, water beats fire. That's basically it. Interesting thing is this game has a minions list, but you can only look at it in the forest for some reason. So we can see Arbitron and Skawasp. And I think Arbitron's name is a little messed up because we also have Vitolka. Because usually you're only supposed to have one or the other, but due to magic, we have both. There's a warp point, which we can't use yet. We have to go further into the forest. Yeah, would you look at this? There's a nice little hidden area right here. And we can go in here. Can you technically mix them? Yes, you can. Oh, here we go. We got a, I believe this is Mukhambu. If I can catch it. Oh, tank controls. This little guy is pretty interesting. We're going to want him, because he's a water, but he has a healing spell, and that's really nice. Yeah, so like I was saying, there are 2 variants of every monster in the forest. So there's this Mukhambu, who's water, and he has a fire variant that you can also catch. And if you want to like try to spawn the different ones, you can just kind of leave the area, and it'll reload. But let's pick this guy up since he has a healing spell. Maybe he'll defend. Okay, sometimes these guys defend. I'll probably mix this one with Arbitron since Arbitron doesn't have any skills. And mixing 2 waters will be, it's okay usually. Though the actual species themselves have their own individual stats. Yeah, Arbitron and Vitolka mixed is kind of cool depending on how you do it. Because you can either make Vitolka look like a dragon, or you can have Arbitron get like the tiger skin of Vitolka. Alright, so we caught that Mukhambu. That's nice. Here's a chest, but you need a skeleton key to open it. There's 2 more Mukhambu here, but I want to kind of show off the different variants. And here's a Paddlechew. This little nice ogre guy. He's actually pretty good if you want to pick one up if you decide to play the game. As you can see, he's, well, you can't see, but you could probably infer that he's more of a power-based monster. And the elements do kind of fall into those categories. Like, wind monsters are usually really like speedy. Fire monsters are usually more physically adept. That kind of thing. Earth monsters are a little more bulky or tankish. But we're gonna capture this guy, of course. And this Paddle Chew has a wind variant in this forest, which we might try and capture as well. And now we are level 3. Okay, so these are still water. If we walk back and forth, they might change. Because I think it's random. I could be wrong, though. I mean, it's random which one will appear, but I don't know if you need to do more than just walk back and forth to make new ones pop up. I might have to go to an entirely different screen to re-roll them. I guess we can see. So I'm going to go to the screen. Oh, see? Okay, so we caught a Skawasp earlier. And this is a Patimel. So we got the Wind Wasp earlier, and this is the Fire Wasp. And this is kind of the creature that's on the cover of the game. At least it is for the American version. I'm not sure about the international one. Although the one on the cover is more of an adult, this is still a baby. That's something I actually didn't mention before, I think, is that monsters, when they level up, they actually get larger over time. If you remember the dark dragon that we fought in the dream, that was basically the same thing as Arpatron, except much larger and with a different skin color. But that's actually, if we keep raising Arpatron, he'll get that big eventually. The names, so many memories. Yeah, I actually really like the names of the monsters in this game. They're very unique. So I at least got to show off one of the variants you can find. There's a little knowledge tablet here. You gotta look at the environment sometimes because they actually hide things very well in the environment. Okay, these guys are still water. Let's go down here. Forests, by and large, are pretty much easy to navigate. Some shab liquor. Yeah, we'll get the key to that chest back there eventually. Some of the, in particular, the spider forest, I always found a pain to navigate, but this one is pretty straightforward. We're going to walk by this guy because I don't really want to fight him. And go in here. Maybe the fire version of the Mukhambu will be in here. Yep, there it is. And unlike the water one, I think the water one has a healing spell, Medina. This one actually is more of a fire offensive creature. Yeah, I'm gonna use a mugwort because I'm very nervous about my HP right now. Yeah, here we go. So should be Ugni. Yeah. Oh, that didn't do as much as I thought it would. Yeah, right now we're just going through the basic forest and capturing monsters. We'll come back, but at least want to show off some merging, and maybe we can make some cool stuff, especially with all of our Arpatrons that we have. Because right now they're honestly a little useless without their skills. What happened to Cheese? Good question. I see 3 people. I know one is you, and I think one is me, so somebody else must be here. I did see Fiddle earlier in the chat. Of course, he might not have realized that my streams just end abruptly and did not rejoin. Let's pick up this tablet right here. It's Knowledge 3. Here we go. We got the snakes. These guys. There's 2 variants of these as well. This is my, this is not my favorite version. I like the fire version better, personally. We're going to use Vatolka, actually. I'm going to show off that foot ability and why it's really useful. Because you might have been thinking, what does that mean, all enemies aren't fights 101? And the answer is no, not always. So Vatolka is going to help us out here. Let's use that again. Or not. I use something else. That's fine though, because I want to defeat one and capture the other, so... These guys are just going to bully Vatolka for the time being. I do like the way it hops to attack. I assume it like takes a bite when it gets to it, I guess. Yeah, but these squoots and the other I forget the name of the fire variant, but they can poison you, as snakes are wont to do. But these snakes actually make really cool merging material when you mix them. Like if I wanted to take this and merge it with Arpatron to make a snake dragon, I could do that. Welcome back, Emperor of Cheese. Right now we're just getting into basic gameplay and I'm capturing monsters to later merge. I do want to talk to some of the NPCs in the game though. You lose a lot by not talking to the NPCs in my opinion, in terms of the story and the lore. Because you can just play this game and not talk to anyone, and it actually doesn't take that long. As I mentioned in Nemo's stream earlier. But right over here is a key, and of course we're going to get into a fight. I'm going to use Arpatron here, give him some experience. Although I'm probably going to have to switch him out, because he can't take on both of these guys. Cute little Arpatron. I'm glad to see your wife is supportive of your dreams. Yeah. Unfortunately, Arpatron is poisoned. And status ailments in this game are actually similar to my game, because when you get a status ailment, it's not just that, you know, like when you're poisoned, it's not just that you lose HP, it actually reduces your attacking stats, which is exactly how it works in my game. So Arpatron just fell there. Sorry, buddy. I guess I can use that Shab Liquor on Vatolka. Let's hope that we don't get poisoned. Now we can bring back Vatolka again. Use foot all enemies, which is really useful for stuff like this. Unfortunately, we can't use it again because it requires 15 experience. I could show off some magic. Let's use multi. There we go. What is that thing? What, Vatolka? He's like a tiger, like a tiger mutant. I was showing him off earlier, Cheese. Did you not see when I was doing the Pocket Station thing? Because Vitolka is a Pocket Station exclusive monster. Because you gotta love PS1 games that have Pocket Station exclusive content. And we caught another snake. Unfortunately, Arpatron fell. R.I.P. Oh, we got a great walnut. And we ranked up. We are now a novice. Nice. And since we ranked up, that actually changes the song we play in battles. It's kind of a neat little detail. And here on the ground, we have a skeleton key, which we can use to get that chest. I guess it's a face they love over there. I would be scared. I mean, I'm not saying Vitolka is like a good-looking monster. It's cool to use because most people have never seen it. Frankly, I don't even know how popular the Pocket Station was in Japan. I'm assuming it didn't sell too well because they never released it internationally. Which was like that one thing. Oh, yeah, you can hear the song is different. This seems more like a niche game. Well, I was talking about the Pocket Station itself, because like Final Fantasy VIII used it, Digimon World 2 used it, like a bunch of games used it, and it left international audiences deprived from the content because it never came out outside of Japan. But yes, this is definitely a niche game. It is very fun, though. I would like to see a remake or some sort of remaster eventually. I mean, it must have done well enough that they made a sequel, although the sequel is way different than this game. Hopefully we can capture this because he's kind of whooping us right now. Oh, I've never even heard of it, so it may not have fared. It looks like those little things you keep Neopets in. Oh, you mean the Pocket Station? Like the... Yeah, it's more like a Tamagotchi kind of thing. Actually, Nima and I were talking about it, and I decided to look it up, and you can get a Pocket Station for relatively cheap, like $50 or something. Of course, you have to, like, in some cases, import it. I'm actually going to use the earring and leave the forest real quick, because I'm low on health and Arpatron's dead. Was well known here. What, the Pocket Station or this game? This game was not well known in America. It's certainly not now.
receive tomorrow, Jade.
Okay. Alright. Sorry about that, I'm still here. Well, the game was known enough to have a demo in the official PlayStation magazine. I had the demo, I forget what it was packaged with. It wasn't the magazine, it came with another game, I believe. I actually still have the demo as well as the original game disc. I remember when they used to have those like big bundles of demos that you could get. I remember like the Pizza Hut one.
Don't overdo it until you get better at hunting, alright? Try talking with Mother Garai if there's something you don't understand.
Yes, dear.
But I'd watch out. Her stories can be long and boring. But don't tell her I said that.
Alright, perform your magic, woman. Oh, you've got some firefly coons. I'd better purify them.
Our enemy we love, and for the tormented we pray. Grant us, the beasts of knowledge, the power to touch the spirit.
I'll keep these here with me. Just tell me when you need them. Alright, so here we go. Let's do some merging. We don't have to do this, but it's fun. So let's take this Arpatron, right? So here's what Arpatron looks like. He's a cute little dragon guy. And let's take the Muck Hambu. We're going to select him. If you don't remember, this is the Muck Hambu. This little sort of vase monster with a pointy head. And the Muck Hambu has water attack and Medina. That's really nice because the result is still going to be water. So if we merge these two, it's going to have 8 higher HP, 5 higher mana. It's going to lose 1 defense, but gain 3 magic defense. That's a pretty fair trade-off, I would think. And then it's also going to inherit Muck Hambu's abilities. So it's going to get the water attack and the Medina. And this is what it's going to look like if we merge them. So Arpatron and Muck Hambu. I kind of like it. Let's do it. Because it's still going to be water, but Arpatron is actually going to have some skills to use now. Okay, if I merge them, let's do it.
O magical beasts who serve us, merge thy flesh to gain yet greater power. Reveal to us thy heroic form.
Well, when I think of heroic forms, I think of this monster. Now we gotta give it a name. I'm gonna call it Muckatron. Yeah, let's do some more merging. Why not? So, oh, I guess we could like merge. Okay, so here's Arpatron with a Squoot. What does it look like? Oh, okay. Interesting. Unfortunately, Arpatron loses his eyes if we do this. We could do the reverse, by the way. We could put Squoot with Arpatron. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. So the snake gains 2 little legs, which is cute. And it becomes kind of golden colored. Actually, the colors, when you merge them, they do follow a sort of logic. What Arpatron is blue, and then Squoot is sort of purple, and well, and the body itself is kind of yellowish. That thing looks like it would be in pain. I don't know, there's something kind of cute about it. Look at its smiling face and its wagging tail. Oh yeah, so we got this Patash. Is that the, yeah, that's the fire version of the Muckhambu. Let's do the reverse and see what happens. Okay. That's interesting. See, Arpatron is blue and the Patash is red. So the creature is actually going to be purple. And this one has wings because Arpatron has wings. That's pretty neat, actually. And if we merge them together, since the result will actually be a water-fire monster, since Arbitron is water and Patash is fire. That's what I was talking about before, about you normally want to have like two singular elements and then like a mixed element, that kind of thing. Although water and fire are kind of opposing elements, so that's not the kind of combination you want. Like if you did fire and earth and then water and air, that'd be pretty good. I kind of like this one. I'm going to do it. Why not?
O magical beasts who serve us, merge thy flesh to gain yet greater power. Reveal to us thy heroic form.
I guess we'll just call this Artash. Yeah, I think some of the upscaling might be messing with my text here, which is why it looks a little odd. Let's see what else we can do. We got the Skawasp. Although we could do the Pataimal and the Paddlechew, and let's see what that makes. Okay, so it's like an ogre wasp. In case you need to be reminded, this is the Paddlechew. And this is the Pataimal. And this is their baby if we merge them. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, so basically, whenever you merge things, it takes sort of the stance and the base design of the first monster, and then the second monster is what has the textures applied to it. And then it also, depending on the result, it'll add different body parts. And actually having different body parts does matter because there are skills that are exclusive to certain body parts. So like I showed off, Vitolka has a foot ability as well as a fang and a horn ability. So if your monster doesn't have any fangs or horns, it can't use those abilities. So that's something to keep in mind. Although you have to actually merge in order to get those abilities. Let's try out the hornet with the snake. Let's see what that makes. I actually really like that. That's a very cool texture. Of course, in these earlier levels, the monsters are going to look kind of puny, but once they get bigger, these actually look really awesome. Yeah, I agree, and it's a fire and air, so that's pretty interesting. I think let's make it. We'll call it Patwoot.
Magical beasts who serve us, merge thy flesh to gain yet greater power.
Yeah, Cheese, because the snake doesn't have eyes, it applies the texture, so if you make a monster with a snake as the secondary, it loses its eyes, unfortunately. But who needs eyes? All you need is your senses, right? That's what Daredevil taught me. Let's call it Patwoot. No. And you also have this option here to spin. We might do that actually for a couple of these. Like, let's spin the Paddlechew and the Skawasp, and then you click it. Oh, you can spin them, and the reason why you do this.
Warrior of justice, return to whence thee came, to the place of Elrum. Grant us our daily bread.
Yeah, so you turn the monsters you capture into silk, And then you can sell the silk at the store. That's generally how you make money in this game. You can get money by selling the silk at the shop. Yeah, that's what I just said, Mabu. But thank you, dear. Okay, I guess we can equip... we got Mukatron and Vitolka. Don't have any earth monsters yet, but that's kind of normal. There is an earth monster we should get in the forest, however. And you can use view to look at the creatures, look at their abilities, and rename them. So very nice. I'm all done for now. See you next time. Thanks.
Well, good luck. I'll always be here if you need anything.
Grant us our daily bread. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. Let's talk to Mother Garai. What does she have to say?
Ever since your father disappeared into the forest, Chorus has been taking very good care of Cyrus. However, he promised to do so only until you came of age. I think it would be best for you to study under him.
Okay, tell me about my father, please.
That was soon after I left the Nagi village with Mabu, who was yet an infant. I came across a wounded man laying collapsed on the ground. He was a cocoon master. He was gravely wounded, but my treatment revived him. The man thanked me and produced a flute from his pocket. He said that he wished me to deliver it to his son in Cyrus. Then he disappeared into the depths of the forest, just like that. That man was your father, Riquetz, also known as the Lion of Peril. And so it was our fate to settle down and live here in Cyrus. Perhaps this too was the will of Elram, god of the forest.
Yeah, so if you guys ever hear any of these characters refer to the Lion of Peril, they're talking about our father. That was kind of his moniker.
Minions that you capture in the forest are merely imprisoned in cocoons. A firefly cocoon is of no use to you as is. You may neither use it for profit, nor release the spirit imprisoned within.
Technically, we do use it for profit.
You must first ask Mabu to purify it in order to cleanse the spirit within. Cleansed firefly cocoons become white cocoons. You will find the tame minions to be very useful.
Oh, white. Oh, white.
Purification is the work of a Nagi woman who has wed a cocoon master. Releasing the spirits is not your work alone. It is to be done by both of you.
And that's marriage. You always have to do everything together. Did we ask her about cocoons? What shall we talk about? Black cocoons, yeah.
Black cocoons are the cocoons of ruin. They are cocoons that do not belong in this world.
That...
The difference between black and white cocoons lies in
Nemo.
the method of purification. Purification by a Nagi woman yields a white cocoon. But if a man purifies one,
Oh, I see how it
a black
is.
cocoon, which will bear an evil dark.
So if a woman purifies it, it's white. If a man does it, it's
Nagi
black.
man who purified it shall become possessed by the black cocoon and be transformed into a beast.
So everything men do is wrong, of
Everything
course.
a black cocoon
Yep.
touches is reduced to ruin, even the cocoon master. The black cocoon is the ruin of people's hearts. You must never give in to their dark powers.
It's funny. I don't think that comes up until like near the end of the game. But I guess we can foreshadow
Once
that now.
purified, a firefly cocoon becomes a white cocoon. You can use the magic beast by summoning it from a white cocoon. Summon the magic beast to fight in your stead by playing your flute. The power of a summoned beast shall far exceed your swordsmanship. Every divine beast is composed of one of 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air.
But how do magnets
True
work?
Cocoon Master has a good command of these elements. Also remember that white cocoons can also be spun into fine silk thread.
So we can use the cocoons for profit, is what you're saying, yeah.
Empty cocoons are normal silkworm cocoons. They have not been changed in any way. Capturing your prey into empty cocoons is the foundation of the Cocoon Master hunting technique. But fierce minions cannot be imprisoned right away. First, you must weaken them and pacify their spirit. That is where your swordsmanship comes into play.
Hopefully that wasn't too
Once
loud.
you've weakened them,
Although, based on Jesus' reaction, it was.
when the minion hears your melody, its spirit will seek tranquility and thus become captured in the cocoon.
I'm fine. I have a lot of phlegm in my
Cocoons that
throat.
contain an
which is
imprisoned
normal.
minion are known as firefly cocoons.
Alright, thank you. That's enough for now. Yeah, I think so too. But thanks for all the information.
Well, you should be off now. Oh, do be careful.
Well, I do be careful. Alright, so that's Garai. You know what? Let's go talk to other people. Let's go to the blacksmith. There's a nice big cast of colorful characters in this town, and we haven't really talked to anybody. So here's Yajako, I believe is his name. Yeah.
Huh? What is it?
He reminds me of
You
Don
let him come while
Fry,
He's not here.
if you guys know who that is.
This is just great. Where could he be running off to now? Come back some other time if it's a strong weapon you want. It's been so long since I made a weapon for a cocoon master. But even if you had one, would you know how to use it?
You just swing it around, right? That's what you do?
Really, he's so unfriendly, isn't he? I'm sorry, his hands are skilled, but his tongue is not.
Oh, man.
Our son will never find a good bride with a father like you.
This seems like a happy
They're both
marriage.
so stubborn. Aren't you even listening to me?
Well, let's talk to this woman. I'll refrain from using any language.
As you can see, he has a hard head, but he is the best blacksmith in all of Peril. If you ever need weapons, come again.
I don't have anything good for you yet.
But you can buy what I make. Let me ask about weapons.
Don't ever think that you're better just because you bought a more powerful.
Man, Nemo must be having, like, PTSD flashes right now.
Until you start swinging it around. You know that, don't you?
I wasn't going to sell you any weapons, and my wife started nagging me.
The quality of a blade's edge depends upon the skill of the blacksmith. No matter how dull the blade, I can craft it to its finest edge.
That's unfortunately untrue, because the best weapons are drops in this game. Okay, so we do have some silk. We can't sell it here, I guess. Any good weapons? We have a knife and a dagger. Armor. That's interesting thing about this game is that you have to make some choices with the weapons and armor, because, like, this leather vest will give us more defense, but it'll drop our speed. I don't think I care about that right now. The extra defense is nice. So let's equip this. You'll regret it if you use it improperly. I think we can get a leather headband. A leather headband, not a heather band. very soon, I believe.
If you need a more powerful weapon, come back later.
Well, I might.
Maybe I'll have something ready by then.
Okay. Thanks, bro. Let's go talk to the shopkeeper, I guess. Oh, this nice lady. Oh, no voice acting for her. Her name is Carlotte. Oh my, how nice. It's been so long since we've had a cocoon master. Ever since your coward father left the village. Let me know if there's anything you need. Shop. I think we can sell our clout silk. So let's sell those minions we captured. And this great walnut we got, I'll show this off now. Where has my boy gone off to now? Maybe he went to listen to the minstrels in the village square. Well, sometimes her son does run the shop here. This great walnut, this is how you increase your max HP. We went from 100 to 102. And you basically get those as drops every now and then. Well, she didn't say that, cheese, I did. Some of the villagers do comment about your dad being like a loser who just left his wife and kids behind. That's so common in Japan. It's like you never see your dad in Pokemon except in like Ruby and Sapphire. None shall pass without the chief's invitation. Sorry, Baba. I think that's really strange because like child abandonment doesn't seem like it's a big thing in Japan, but it's a big thing in their storytelling. Tao says, "This is the shelter for those who have fallen into slumber by the Oni Boo Boo." Twitch just hid Cheese's message because it was hostile? Which one? Oh, the what a tramp comment? Hang on. Did it really? Oh, yeah. Well, it's, yeah, I can still see it. Oh, okay. Just for you? So, here are all the sleeping people. Yeah, I could see it just fine. Do you have, like, filters on? That flags comments? Oh, let's go to the silk mill. This is actually where our mom works. And unfortunately, her coworkers have awful things to say about her, usually. Pito. Your mom hasn't showed up today. No, okay. I'll let her know that she's late for work, I guess. Let's talk to these old-timers. You're so young to be fighting those demons. There's nothing I can do for you, but good luck. Of all the Cocoon Masters of Cyrus, what generation are you? That's a good question. So the fate of the village has been entrusted to the traitor's child. Okay. I know she wouldn't stay home for just no reason. All the other scary hags are here today, you know. Yeah, people don't seem to like our mom and dad too much. I don't think anything is usually over here. I think sometimes characters appear. Let's go inside. Oh, there's a cutscene. I forgot about this. They say Fio's son has assumed the title of Cocoon Master. So he is to be the one who will search for the herb. I hope he's up to it. A little worried, huh? Nemo, do Italians say herb or herb? What do you expect? My own son has fallen ill, you know. Yeah, but so it will be Mabu who performs purifications then. Yes, yes, that's the problem, and that strange sickness. I wonder if that's a curse, too. No, we shouldn't talk like this. It'd be terrible if someone hurt us. We could be struck down by magic. Yeah, do you guys pronounce the H in herb? Because we don't. We just say herb. But I think, like, British people say herb, right? Your mother isn't here yet. Yeah, I know. Mom's late for work, of course. Just like real life. So now you're heading into the forest? Good luck. We're counting on you. Oh, that's great, even though you all were just, saying bad things about my family, but okay. If you're ever in a bind, come speak with us anytime, honey. My, so your husband falls ill and you've already abandoned him for a younger man? Hey, that's enough of that. Sorry, you better be on your way. Why? Because she called me honey? That's pretty common where I live. It's just kind of a nice thing to say. It's like whenever I go to get something to eat, they'll say, oh, here's your order, sweetie, or here's your order, honey. I don't know. Doesn't bother me. Let's go to the cemetery. That's fun. Usually older women do that, call you honey or dear. Well, yeah, even here younger women do. Let's talk to this guy. He's the resident storyteller of this place. Poto.
My, how you've grown. Those clothes become you. You look just like Riquette's when he was a young lad.
Tell me about the legend of Alcana. Oh, here we go. Here you go, guys.
This is a tale of the kingdom of Gehenna Pali that stretched across these lands long ago. Once upon a time, Prince Menek, son of King Karis, set out with his vassals to hunt in the forest. But in the forest they were enveloped by a thick fog, and the prince lost his way. Wandering aimlessly about, he happened upon a marsh from which grew an enormous tree. Thereupon he heard the sound of sobbing, but he knew not from where. He found a maiden sitting all alone. She was weeping by the marsh. I am Alcana. I just buried my mother here in the marsh of Uban, she said. And then she looked up at the prince. He was overwhelmed by her beautiful eyes. The maiden stole his heart that day. It was truly a fateful meeting. Thereafter, the prince made frequent trips into the forest. Undoubtedly, he was paying visits to the maiden. The maiden had a strange power. She could talk to the insects and trees. Before long, there began a terrible rumor that the prince's heart had been stolen by a witch. One day, the maiden spun silk from fairy cocoons and wove it into a beautiful cloth for the king. But the brilliance of that cloth cast a shadow upon the kingdom. The king was so enthralled by the fairy silk that he sent his soldiers into the forest, where they ravaged for fairy cocoons. Fairies, still in their cocoons, were boiled alive. The king killed them so he could have their silk. The prince pleaded with his father to stop his cruelty, but the king was no longer the man he had once been. Prince Menek was charged with treason and imprisoned in the king's deepest dungeon. He was never heard from again. When the maiden learned of the prince's death, she cursed her fate and lamented the foolishness of man. She then cast herself away into the marsh where her mother lay. As she started to drown, a voice from nowhere whispered to her, I am Elrum. I shall grant you your wish. Tell me what you want, said the voice. The maiden told Elrum all that weighed upon her heart. The maiden said, greed bears destructive knowledge. Its wicked power shall be the end of the forest. All hope is lost. The beasts of knowledge shall never live in peace with the forest. One light of hope, who I so loved, has perished at the hands of the beasts. I now go to where my love Menach awaits.
Man, the voice actor's really into this.
Elrum spoke again. So you claim that your true love was torn asunder by the greed and hatred of the beasts of knowledge? When light is swallowed up by darkness, I shall unleash ruin upon the land, returning all to the nothingness from whence it came. I have a firm grip upon the darkness in your heart.
There it is.
From that day forward, demons
That's an
appeared
important
in the
line.
forest, terrifying all they came upon. And the kingdom of Gehenna Parlay fell to ruin by the swarms of Onibubu, locusts of apocalypse. The demons that haunt the forest now are the beasts, spawned by the greed in man's heart.
There's actually a lot of important details in that.
Well, that is the end of the story. I know you're busy, but come by any time.
Sure thing, old man.
I'll always be here.
Oh boy, I wish I could say something about that. Well, we can talk to that guy and listen to the story anytime we want. You actually don't have to talk to him at all, so that's completely optional to talk to these people. But it's pretty cool. They put in a lot of effort, so you might as well talk and see what they have to say. Let's talk to these two guys. They're sort of wandering minstrels. Yazoo. Ballads bring both learning and enjoyment. Are there no storytellers in this village? We turn lessons into rhyme and then sing for all to hear. Once a ballad is in your head, you'll start singing it yourself. Such is the wisdom of the ancients. So one's Yazoo and the other's Azu? Azumaro. Bragging again, you only write the words. It is I who put them to music. Of course, of course. You also play very nicely, but everyone knows you're tone deaf. What was that? Oh, this is like Cheese and Nemo fighting here. I am, of course, Levant, watching Cheese and Nemo go at each other's throats. I wonder if Cyrus too will follow the path of ruin. The Oni Bubu are the harbinger of the forest's wrath. This does not bode well. Hang on, let me sit down and talk to you again. Come to think of it, is there not a Nagi woman here in this village who can summon the divine barrier of containment? Even being a Nagi woman, she must... Yeah, I'm still here. Hello? Yeah. Sorry guys, but you're just gonna have to get used to my net dropping. That's how it is. I don't care anymore. Alright, let's go to the watchtower. Is anyone even in here? Did they hear me being all mad? Okay. Let's talk to Louis, this buck-toothed idiot.
You still want something? 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 You still want something?
Oh, I'm sorry. The insects have ravaged our fields. I think his wife. Oh, okay. At least no one in my family has taken ill. That's nice. One of these guys, they lost their wife, I think, when the Oni Boo Boo attacked. This guy, yeah, Musa. This is all because of what happened yesterday, so you will enter the forest? We're counting on you. You are our only hope. For some reason, his little face graphic looks like it's from Mulan to me. Musa sounds like a name from Mulan. There's your wife. She's in an eternal slumber. Which Nemo can sympathize with. And there's nobody in this house, so I guess that's everyone. Alright, we talked to all the people. You know what? Let's just go back to the beetle forest and let's beat it. Because of the short forehead? Yeah, probably. I don't know how I just missed that wasp. Like, what an idiot. I ran at it head on, and somehow I juked it. Alright, so let's go get this chest that's in here. Because we got the skeleton key at the fountain where the snakes were. And we got 4 meta mugworts, 4 shablickers, and an iron headband. Let's equip that. It drops our speed, but gives us a nice defense boost. Speed isn't too much of an issue right now. There is one monster we want to capture here to use later on. The only earth monster in this forest, as it turns out, I believe. Yeah. So let's go past these paddle chew. And let's take this path. We might not be able to avoid this guy, yeah. But we can summon our new Arpatron monster. I really like that wind-up punch animation. Yes. We are revealing Muckatron. Now blow this guy away, Muckatron. Nice. Sorry, that did nothing to me. Good job. And we're going to go this pathway since we went the other one last time. Probably nothing here, right? So let's go this way. That's really weird. It looks like you can touch that. Looks like there's something here. Huh.
Halt, boy!
Who could this be?
I've heard rumors of men who disguise themselves as cocoon masters to poach game here. You may be one of them. We must find out whether or not you're the real thing.
Okay, bring it. Here we go. First boss battle. Oh, nice attack. Okay, wind attack. Get him, Vitolka. Oh my god. Hang on, I want to see him do this one move. Oh look, he's hyping himself up. How does that do damage? Come on, use the butt attack. There we go, yeah! This music rules, but you gotta die, kid. Oh yeah, that was a tough fight.
Ow! That hurts! Alright, that's all for now. Master Chorus is cottage license. Go on! Get out of here! Next time I won't go so easy on you!
Yeah, I don't know either, Levant. But in this little shack, we have an awesome spear. The spear gives off an eerie and moist blue glow. Moist, ew. And it is the Equazer. That is a name I have honestly stolen many times because I love the name Equazer. It drops our speed but gives us a nice attack and magic attack boost, which magic attack is not, yeah. This is where the demo ended. Let's moonwalk out of here. I would not, only in certain contexts would I use the phrase moist spear. So, let's keep going. And this is the earth monster we would like to capture. It is a Terrafraid. Yeah. This is a very strong monster. As you can see, my attack did nothing. His attack did something. And he's very quick as well. That's why he's very good. He's actually pretty strong and quick, so that is a good combination. Let's summon Vitolka to wear him down a little bit. Because this is like Pokemon, you need to lower their HP to capture them. I don't know. Wind attack may do a lot. Yeah, the demo really sold me on this game. And the full game is even better. So now we have a quadruped fight going on. Yeah, this Terrafraid is very bulky too. I mean, I'm air, and so I should win the fight, and he's taking it to me. It's crazy. If you play this game, definitely pick up this guy as well as the air variant you can get, which we might try and capture. Although once I beat this forest, I'm probably going to end the stream. So let's try and capture him. It actually kind of looks like something that Nemo would design. It's kind of like a dog with flesh and then like an armor back and a giant horn. And then over here we got the a jewel necklace of lies. A jewel necklace of lies partially buried in the ground. Okay. That is a strange sentence. And that's the warp key, so if you ever want to warp back and forth in the forest, you can. Which you might want to come back later to get some monsters or pick up some skills if you'd like. Oh, okay, so we left that screen, went to this one, and now the Earth variant has shown up. Or the air, sorry, that was the Earth variant. And this is Mardrag. Let's summon Patwoot to whittle it down a little bit. Let's use Ugni. Yeah, this thing is just hitting like a truck right now. I'd like to look to see into the damage formula for this game and see if like level plays into that. Because I know it does for Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, poor Patwoot is not looking too good here. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope you can see I still love you, but unfortunately you can't see. Alright. Let's capture this mart. Oh! Now you use your skills, huh? Nemo is a great critter maker. Well, I agree. Okay, buddy, let me trap your soul real quick. Thank you. Currently working on one. What is it? And this is the end. Believe it or not, the masked kid, whoever he is, was the boss of this area. Oh, the biggest dragon, of course.
So, the son of the Lion of Peril is even more talented than I had thought. I looked up the Calabash herb in my books, but in the end, I found nothing. However, there is a folk tale that describes a dust that wakes the sleeping. It is the story of a wondrous powder kept by a half-bird, half-man named Kikinok, who lives in the Dragonfly Forest.
Oh, Kikinok.
Perhaps
Right.
that powder is brewed from the Calabash leaves. This is only a guess, and it's all I could find. But I think it is worth looking into. Here is the key to the Dragonfly Gate. You should have it.
Well, thank you, Chorus.
You better head straight back to the village and consult with Garai. She may know something about the tale of Kikinok. You must do your best before it is too late.
And there we go. The first forest is finished.
The divine spirit defies the Great Father and throws off his shackles. He is now bound to the chains of freedom.
The Birdman. Good movie. All right, Garai, tell me about this Birdman.
So, even Chorus does not know? But I do remember hearing the tale of the Birdman. There is a similar story of divine spirits in Nagi legend as well.
All right, tell me the story of creation.
He released his minions, the divine spirits, unto peril. He spake, "Thou shalt not become what presides over life." And so they spent days bringing life to the forest and giving names unto themselves. And then one day, A spirit made up its mind to create a beast in its own image. Elrim warned, that creature is the beast of knowledge, and it will someday bring temptation upon you. Thou shalt not associate with it. The divine spirit so promised, and gave birth to the beast of its own image.
Yeah, Nemo, although this is more Gnosticism.
The beast of knowledge is told by the prophet Gi. As the sands of time flowed on, the beasts bore children, and so continued to multiply. Soon a fateful day came to the forest. One of the divine spirits fell in love with the daughter of man, and so the promise was at last broken. Elrim punished the divine spirit for its sin by transforming it into a beast. Descendants of that divine spirit dwell still in the forest, and sometimes they reveal themselves to us. The birdman, Kikinok, as mentioned in the folk tales of peril, might be referring to this spirit.
Yeah, you know what? Let's listen to that all again. No. Goodbye.
We should seek out Kikinok, the legendary birdman. Into the dragonfly forest. But be warned, an average cocoon master is no match for the denizens within.
Well, I beat up Louis, so I think I'm
Be sure
pretty
to
good.
ask the old gravekeeper about the legends.
Yeah, I probably will.
He is the storyteller of Cyrus.
I
and
can
he
tell.
knew much about the fables of old.
Yes, he enjoys telling stories. Even more than you, old lady. What do you have to say, Mabu?
Doing divine magic is very tiring. Ugh. After performing a purification, I feel so sluggish.
Can you stop with the guilt trips, please? Just do your magic.
Our enemy we love, and for the tormented we pray. Grant us, the beasts of knowledge, the power to touch the spirit.
Yeah, so this should be obvious, but whenever they refer to beasts of knowledge, they're talking about mankind. Let's drop Patwoot and put in that Terrafraid. Yeah.
Well, good luck. I'll be here waiting.
I'll be here waiting to yell at you for making me kill myself through magic. It's fine. That's what marriage is all about. It's about self-sacrifice. Let's overwrite the game here. All right, so we made some progress. We're we defeated the first forest. Actually, that's like 20% of the game done. Nah, not that much, but the game is not very long. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. At least we got to beat the first forest and show off some merging. Actually, I have a little bit of a headache, and my stream constantly shutting down does not help that. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I will be joining Nemo's stream again tomorrow, as always. Thank you, Cheese. I probably won't. But I appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you, Nemo. Thank you, Cheese. Thank you, Fiddle, who was here earlier and I think left because the stream dropped, which is fine. Yeah, I'm going to have to invest in a new router at some point. But thank you, everybody, and I will see you next time. I'll probably play some more of this game. See ya.